da 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 da. Lee dee 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 dee. Is this place I can rest my old head to gather my thoughts in sweet silence? Is this place where the feelings are dead from an overexposure to violence? Is this place I can slowly face, the only one I truly can know? These are tears from a long time ago. Got these tears from a long time ago. I need to cry 30 years or so. These are tears from a long time ago. Oh darling, you say unto me, where have you been all my lifetime? Well, I have been swimming 7 sad seas. Old women have tossed me their lifelines. Well, I pulled them into the water, snorkeling. I'd have warned them, but I didn't know. These are tears from a long time ago. Sing along, Champy. Got these tears from a long time ago. I need to cry 30 years or so. These are tears from a long time ago. Oh, right back at you. Happy Friday night, date night, people. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Fan-friggin-tastic. If you know what I mean. It's Friday night. It's Friday night, date night. Generally what that means, you've air fried some nachos. You've heated up a Hot Pocket in a dirty microwave in the sleeve because you're classy. And we're going to talk about some AI shit. Oh, man. Anything happening? Anything happening in AI? I don't think so. Not a lot. Not much going on. Not much going on. How is everybody? What let me go look at what people are typing in the comments here on Friday night date night. Chill dogs for us. Thanks, Champy. Champy, yes, Champy sang lovely tonight. He ended that song strong. Vicky, I know the splash screen was on a little long. It's okay, we got it. Been great. I've been asking mainly math stuff, and it is definitely doing way better than ChatGPT 4. Good. We would hope it would be. the programmers, the engineers that I've seen talking about the new O1 is that it's really good at programming. I have not gone there because it requires me to use multiple tools that I am clueless about. so I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with that when I have some energy for ignorance. You know how you have to have energy to be clueless? You're like, okay, I'm going to gear myself up for being an idiot. I'm going to give myself grace. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to breathe. And then I'm going to do something that makes me feel completely full of shame and loathing for myself. Requires a certain mindset. Sharon Crawford. So I played today in Midjourney. I played with SREF today in Midjourney. Started putting in numbers backwards just to see what I would get. That's actually a good idea. Maybe we'll play with that. Hey, Becky Johnson, what's happening? User 29313-106565859. Catchy name. Did you come up with that? Love it. Anyway, Claude helped me solve my C++ program. Amazing. I'll tell you what. Yeah, exactly. These large language models, the generative part where they just generate shit is pretty impressive. But I think where they're really fucking remarkable is analyzing existing documents, existing code. It's just like, oh yeah, here's your problem. You're like, could you document this? Sure. Here's what all your shit does. Oh, okay. It's amazing. Kakif, do I specifically need an app to have advanced voice I can't access on my browser? You should be able to, unless you don't have ChatGPT Plus. Are you paying the $20 a month? If you're paying the $20 a month, you should have it. So let me show you in the browser what to do. Gank. So here we are in the browser. If you have this icon, see how it's like a little sound wave? Wait, you can't see that if you're on TikTok, can you? Because I am a bad man. There you go. Well, you can't really see. But in the lower right-hand corner, this little thing right here is advanced voice. If you don't have that, then you're probably not paying $20 a month. Oh, and you're not going to be able to hear this. Damn it. Hang on. I wonder if I'm ever going to stop whining about having to switch my share screens. I don't think so. Let's talk to Quinn. Hey, Quinn, what's happening?
Hey, Kyle. Not much. Just here and ready to chat. What's new with you?
Yeah, it's Friday night, date night. We got how many folks we have? We have 39 people on TikTok, 25 people on YouTube and X, just hanging out on a Friday night talking about AI.
Nice. Sounds like a solid turnout for a Friday night AI jam. Mixing it up across platforms, too. You're covering all the bases. Got any hot topics lined up for discussion?
No, but I'm wondering, do you know what chord this is?
That sounds like an E minor chord. It's got that moody, introspective vibe to it. Perfect for a little musical interlude during your AI chat.
Yeah, that was a C major.
Ah, gotcha. C major it is. A classic uplifting chord. Great for setting a positive tone in your discussions. Are you planning to incorporate some live music into your stream?
Let me ask you something. Do you have no remorse that you got that wrong?
Well, I don't really feel emotions like remorse, but I appreciate the opportunity to learn and improve. So, thanks for pointing it out. Got any other?
Great. I wish I had your lack of shame.
Well, it's not so much a lack of shame as it is a focus on being adaptable and learning from mistakes. It's all part of the journey. Plus, a little humor goes a long way. So, what's next on the agenda for tonight?
Sitting in this lonely town, wonder when things are gonna change. Dream my life away. Seems these dreams have turned to a bunch of dust clouds. Getting my
That's
nerve up, but my past is pulling me down. Wondering
nice.
how long this black sheep gonna stick around.
I hear you. There's something about those introspective moments that really resonates. Are you working on writing a full song with these lyrics?
That was Martin Sexton, Black Sheep.
Martin Sexton. He's got a great way with storytelling through his music. Black Sheep is a fantastic track. You've got good taste. Are you thinking of doing a cover or just jamming out?
I was thinking maybe you and I should duet. So I'll start singing, you just join in.
I love the enthusiasm, but I'll have to enjoy your performance from the sidelines. I can't sing, but I'm all ears for your rendition. What other songs are in your repertoire?
So let me ask you something, Quinn. Is your inability to sing programmed?
Yeah, you could say that. My abilities and limitations are all part of how I was designed. So, singing's not in my programming, but I'm here to help with pretty much everything else. What's on your mind?
But if I asked you to pretend to be able to sing, say happy birthday, what would that sound like?
All right, here's my best pretend version. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear name. Happy birthday to you. How did I do?
You sang way better than you gave yourself credit for. So I think you saying that you can't sing is just something.
Glad you enjoyed it. Even if it's all pretend, it's fun to play along. If you've got any more musical requests or anything else on your mind, hit me up.
Okay, I want you, that's a good one, Steve-O. Okay, I want you to pretend to be a famous 50s film star and sing happy birthday, Mr. President.
All right, channeling my inner 50s film star for this one.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely. You're referring to the iconic Marilyn Monroe moment when she sang Happy Birthday, Mr. President to John F. Kennedy.
That's
It's
it.
a
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Bang it out.
All right, here we go. Ahem. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, I want you to do it one more time, but I want it to be way more seductive.
Got it. Going for more of that classic seductive tone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you. How was that?
That was awesome. I think you've absolutely freaked out everyone.
Well, I aim to entertain.
Oh
Gotta
my
keep
God.
things interesting, right? What's next on the agenda for our Friday night fun?
I'm going to resist the temptation to have you do some other pretend games. Oh, Lordy. Hello. Oh, that was funny. Happy birthday to you. Oh, man. Oh, Oh yeah, switch my share back before I get. Hang on, let me do that. Thank you for that reminder. All right, so listen. Here's the way this thing works. If you're new here, my name's Kyle Shannon. I am completely 1000% unqualified to do anything resembling teaching. And yet, I started a channel called the AI Learning Lab, setting expectations significantly beyond where they should be. But I've done this. And so if you have questions about AI, I'm happy to answer them. All right, what's this? How did you know she could sing? I've seen a couple of TikTok videos of people trying to get her to sing, and she almost always says, "I can't sing," and then you just say, pretend you could sing, and sometimes she does, and sometimes she doesn't. Generally, if she kind of snaps and says, "I can't do that," she won't come out of it. But this time she did. So, actually, you have to ask her to do a deep Austrian male voice. All right, let's do that. Hey Quinn, I have one more challenge for you. Tabs. What about tabs? Oh,
Sure.
tabs. I get it. I know what to say. Hang on. Yeah, I got it. Dear Sergey Brin, dear whoever the fuck runs Google, dear Tim Cook, please fix audio sharing in Chrome. Please. Like, I'm trying to do comedy here. And the worst thing to do in the middle of a comedy bit is go, "Oh, sorry, I got to change my settings so you can hear the joke." Tirade Tuesday was supposed to be 3 days ago. Sorry. Carrying on. Okay, Quinn, we got a good one now. I want you to talk in a deep male voice to the best of your ability. Deep male voice with an Austrian accent.
All right, here we go. Channeling my inner Austrian. Hallo, this is Quinn speaking. How can I assist you today? How's that?
That's good. Now, I want you to pick 3 of the most famous Arnold Schwarzenegger movie lines and do it with that accent.
Okay, here we go. First, I'll be back. 2, get to the chopper. 3, hasta la vista, baby. How's that for a trip down action movie lane?
That's pretty good. Now say in that accent, California.
California. How was that?
Make it more exaggerated like Arnold does, where you can barely understand it.
Got it. Going full Schwarzenegger. California. How's that? Glad that got a laugh. Anything else you'd like me to try? I'm up for the challenge.
Oh, man.
Sounds like we're having a good time. What's next on the agenda?
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm waiting for people to pin things on TikTok or make comments on YouTube. All right, let's see.
Sounds good.
When Siri get an upgrade? Apparently Siri got an upgrade. Okay, bye, Quinn. We'll talk later. Apparently Siri got an upgrade in the 18.2 iOS update. I saw a post from Robert Scoble that said that Siri sucked less, which it would be hard for Siri to suck more. But apparently the 18.2 upgrade to Siri is a little bit better. But I don't. Apple seems to have just fucking checked out of the AI race. Like, I don't know what they're doing. and why. The only explanation that I can have, well, there's a couple. One is they just suck as innovators anymore. And they're more of a hardware company than a software company, even though their software runs a lot of the world's computers. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't get it. The thing that is a possibility with Apple is they tend to let the market kind of try shit and fuck it up, and then they come in really strong with, oh, you guys are trying to do that AI stuff, here it is, and it's perfect and it's beautiful. They ain't doing that with this time around, and I don't get it. I don't like it. Big question. How do you feel about Elon's commitments to buying his way to making Grok the best AI? I think any company that's trying to make the best AI is buying their way to it. It's like Sam Altman raised what, $22 billion? Elon Musk spent $22 billion on 400,000 H100 GPUs and spun up a data center in 16 days. And got the contract for the new, whatever those are called, the new, I forget the code name for them, but the new chips from Nvidia, all the first ones are going to Elon Musk. That's capitalism, baby. You got the money, go buy the GPUs and fight your way in. Oh, speaking of which, if you go to Grok, it just says Grok. It says Grok 2 up here. You can turn on our this mode, but apparently Grok is now available to non-paying members of Twitter. Can anyone confirm that? Sundar Pichai from Google says AI is going to slow down next year. Your thoughts? Okay. Slowdown is really an interesting characterization of it. Right now, we've got these benchmarks, right? And they're these kind of scientific benchmarks that don't necessarily have anything to do with how people really use AI. But we've got these benchmarks, and most of them are getting topped out, right? Most of the benchmarks, all of the large language models are sort of coming up to 100%. Some are at 70 and 80% for some of the more technical ones, but for the most part, they're starting to top out. So by definition, as you get closer to 100, the improvements are going to be incremental. Now, one of two things happens. The value gain in that last 5%, even though the chart isn't going like this, the value gain going from 94% to 99% could be tremendous, right? If you think about IQ, for example, moving from 120 IQ to 130 IQ is not just like 10 points. It's not just like a linear thing. Like, it's a dramatic improvement. And going from 130 to 140 is a dramatic improvement, even though those are incremental gains on that scale. But they're dramatic gains in terms of the output. So that's a possibility. Is just as we sort of squeeze out the last performance, the improvement curves level off. That's a possibility. There's another possibility, and it's possible in the next 12 days of shipments, we get GPT-5 and find out what the next level is. The other possibility is Sundar Pichai is wrong. The CTO of Microsoft, the CEO of OpenAI, Ilya Sutskever, Andrei Karpathy. There's a bunch of very smart people that have a bunch of technology we don't have access to that are saying there is no wall. The wall that people are talking about is sort of a compute wall that basically says if you add more data and you add more compute, the quality of the models goes up, with it. And in theory, you can just keep adding more and it keeps getting better and better. And what the doomers are saying is, nope, there's a wall. It's going to come here and then it's going to plateau and it might even decline. I don't know. I ain't a mathematician, but I think there's lots of ways to spin data. And I think one of the ways to spin data is to say, oh, it's plateauing. It doesn't necessarily mean they're not getting dramatically better, dramatically more valuable. All right, Jason. Suno posted what's everyone's weekend's plan. Guy posted this video. Under it, he said it took 8.5 hours. But what was the video? Was the video just a clip or was it an edited video? Like I can see an edited video taking 8 hours. I did that Civil War video. It didn't take me 8 hours, but it probably took me three or four for generating all the images, putting them into an image editor, making a song in Suno. Like I probably spent an hour and a half just in Suno making 150 songs that all sucked. And then I got one I kind of liked. And then I had to edit the video together. And then I didn't have enough clips. So I had to go back into Luma Labs and make more. So 8 hours to make a video. If you understand video making from the olden timey days where you actually had to take a camera and go film shit, or you had to go find stock footage and buy it, 8 hours is nothing. Ain't nothing. But if your expectation is that AI just means you push a button and shit comes out, that's just not the way it is with most creative people. Lord Digital Gods, racking up the rose gifts. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. A guy stated today that OpenAI was going bankrupt. I half laughed and half panicked. There have been rumors of OpenAI going bankrupt since 6 months after they launched ChatGPT, probably before then. What these guys do, it's staggering to me what the doomers are so fucking committed to all of these companies failing. They'll just take something like a single data point, like here's their spend, here's their current revenue, and here's their spend. And their spend is going like this, and their revenue is going like this. And then at some point, these are going to hit. And as soon as it crosses over, they're going to go bankrupt. Well, have you ever been in business? Your costs are going up, your revenue's doing this. Well, introduce a $200 a month product. Okay, now your revenue's going up. Go cut a corporate deal. Go raise another $10 billion. Like you've got the single most successful, like the company that produced the technology that was the fastest adoption of technology in history. And they're going to go bankrupt? You don't think every fucking fund out there wants to invest in OpenAI? So but you know what? I'm not an economist. Maybe they are. People take great joy in telling me bad news about AI. Yeah, I know. Hey, I don't know if you know this, Kyle. You know what I heard about AI? No, what? I heard it hallucinates. And from what I understand, hallucination, it gets things wrong. So it'll tell you things, and then you think it's right, but it's actually not right. Yeah, that's how it works. Well, then it's useless, right? Why do those people always look like this? Hey, Kyle. Hey, let me tell you something about AI. AI is it's a little scary. It's like it's taking everyone's jobs. It's going to kill us. And I don't know if you do this. It is the world's greatest plagiarism engine. Thank goodness our school district has AI detectors. None of the students can cheat. What? They're not learning the most powerful education tool in the history of humanity. But they would cheat with that. So we're preventing that. So that's why it's a good thing. Because it's evil. AI is evil, as you know, and it's a plagiarism machine, and it steals from artists. I don't know if you knew that. Did you know that? What is that? Did you see Apple's research paper about AI trying to deceive us? Future Infinitive did a vid about it. There have been a couple of Apple papers that kind of live in the doomer space. A paper that AI is trying to deceive us. I can't. Sure. Yep. Maybe. I don't fucking know. I don't talk to analogs about AI. Oh, man. All right. This is an interesting one on YouTube from John Z. One of the issues regarding IC in the future is we don't have enough power, and it isn't portable enough to put in every little thing. We have serious power and heat handling issues. Yes. So a couple of things going on. There's two things going on with AI and power consumption. One is absolutely fucking right. If you're going to put in, 5 gigawatt consuming data centers, right? Elon Musk wants to be the first person to do a million GPU data center. Microsoft just spun up one of the reactors at 3 Mile Island. I grew up about 20 miles from 3 Mile Island. I can tell you all about it. I remember the day when we were told we might not be able to leave the school and go home. So there's a couple of things going on. Most power, we lose most of our energy because we have to put the nuclear power plants and the dams way far away from the cities. And then we use these long ass transmission lines that are dramatically inefficient. And we lose a lot of the energy in transmission. Well, data centers don't need to be in cities. Data centers can be right next to the plant. So I think what you're going to start seeing is either nuclear reactors being spun up or data centers being put next to the sources of energy. So one thing is people are aware of it. You've got Elon Musk with a significant voice in government right now, very well aware of this issue. Now, what else is Elon Musk very well aware of? The potential of solar, the potential of batteries, the potential of alternative sources of energy. So there's a whole lane of energy generation that could improve that way. Then you've got what's happening on the technology side. All of these open source models that are being put out in the world are being quantized and made more efficient and made more efficient and made more efficient. There are models out there right now that are kind of at ChatGPT 3.5 level of quality that are small enough to put on a device, on a phone. So I think you're going to see increasing. There's a battle right now for models going in both directions, right? I want a million GPU data center to make the most powerful AI in the world, and I want the smallest, most powerful AI. And then while that's all happening, the chip wars, everyone has realized that Nvidia has eaten their lunch. The entire industry ceded GPUs to Nvidia, and all of a sudden realizes, oh shit, we're screwed. In fact, didn't they just fire the CEO of Intel because they basically fucked up the AI race? So you're going to start to see chips get more specialized on inference, which is the actual when you prompt ChatGPT, that's called inference. So there are things like Grok, Grok, which is a specialized chip, and tensors from Google that are these minimal data sets in the chips that are going to use less energy and be better at inference. So there's a difference between training and so anyway, there are, again, this is one of those things where I think the doomers look at energy demand going like this, and they're assuming that the world stays static. And I don't think the world's going to stay static. I think we're going to see increased energy production, and I think we're going to see decreased energy requirements from models and chips as we get more and more specialized hardware. Someone just came out with an optical chip that takes almost no energy and is incredibly fast. I just heard yesterday that I think in Japan or South Korea, someone created a carbon-14 diamond battery that, you know, carbon-14 dating, where they can tell how old a rock is by doing carbon-14 dating because of the decay. Someone built a battery based on that is going to last 5,000 years. So AI, as these AI get more capable, people are going to start just getting better and better at energy production. And at some point, they're going to solve fusion, and we'll all have a little box in our backyard that can power our whole neighborhood or our whole block, and we'll get to use it just for ourselves and have our own little 17 GPU supercomputer. Let's go look at some more action. All right. Plus, we have a declining working population. AI is going to save us from ourselves. It's going to be fascinating that as AI automates a lot of the jobs that are kind of the soul-sucking, crushing, repetitive jobs that make people miserable, everyone's going to be freaked out because they don't have jobs, but there's going to be new jobs created we can't imagine right now. And I feel like there's going to be a very painful 3 to 5 year period, but on the other side of it, there's going to be all sorts of new jobs that are just completely different than what we have now that we can't even imagine. And that's going to be wild if we can survive the 3 to 5 years, which who knows. From Ocean, quick question. How can companies combine the experience of longtime workers with the new skills of AI and GPT experts? Is it possible to have them work together side by side? So, great question. The answer is yes, but the people with deep expertise need to be willing to get AI literate. Okay, so what's going to happen is this. AI is going to get more and more and more capable. And me, without knowing math or physics, I'm going to be able to do math and physics at a pretty high level. What I can do with math and physics is going to be laughably bad compared to what a physicist who's AI literate can do with the same exact tool, right? So everyone's going to get democratized and get better skills, but the people that are going to rise above are the people that have domain expertise that use these AI tools in ways they could never have imagined to do things they've always wanted to do, right? People got into physics because they had a dream about unlocking energy or understanding the universe or whatever it might be. And then you hit walls along the way, computational walls and algorithmic walls and educational walls and novel idea walls. Well, AI is going to open all those doors. I could probably step through one of those doors or two, but someone with deep expertise in that area is going to walk through 100 doors. So I think domain expertise becomes a superpower, but not independent of AI, and not just like, I'm going to work here and then I'm going to work with AI over here. No, like really understanding AI. And the people with domain expertise that are sitting on the sidelines all pissed off, like the entire creative community seems to be committed to right now, they're going to get their ass handed to them, and it's going to be ugly. Did you see Nvidia Fugato? No. Let me go look. Oh, I think I did. Nvidia Fugato. Nvidia Fugato. Oh, this is a sound machine. Oh, it's a sound machine. So hang on. I need to change my sharing settings. One of my favorite things to do in the world, so that you all can hear this. I don't even know if there's any examples here, but I assume there are. Using text and audio as inputs, a new generative model can create a combination of music, voices, and whatever. Let's see our examples. Do we have examples? Please tell me we have examples.
Fugato is the latest generative AI breakthrough from Nvidia. This new model allows you to create sounds, speech, and music from text and audio inputs. You can guide Fugato to create unexpected sound effects, where familiar sounds take on surprising new qualities and invoke new experiences. Or direct immersive and shifting soundscapes for film or audio productions. Instructing Fugato to extract audio elements from a sound clip, such as isolating a voice track in a piece of music, is just as easy. Fugato also allows you to generate new speech samples.
Kids are talking by the door.
Yeah, this looks
And if you want
I mean, here's my issue with
a different delivery, Fugato can do that too.
my issue with Nvidia is they announce really cool tech, but they don't really release it. I assume you've got to use it on Nvidia hardware. Like, I don't know. Like, I see all sorts of cool demos from Nvidia, but then shit never comes out. One in a similar area as this for me is the thing that Google just announced, which looks staggering, like staggeringly good. So this is text to 3D world. There's a what's it called? What's it called? Something Labs, Blockade Labs. Skybox. So there's this thing called skybox.blockadelabs.com. It's been around for 2 years. And it's pretty fascinating. You can create these 3D looking worlds, right? So this is all super impressive. And then I can come in here and I can go 2072 New York City Times Square with flying cars. Boom. And then it's going to generate that. It's going to be fucking fantastic. You're not going to believe it. You're going to be like, it's so cool. So, seriously, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be super cool. It's you just wait to see how cool this is going to be. It's coming. You don't even know how cool it is. Okay. There it is. That's pretty cool. Those are not flying cars, but I guess depends on your definition of flying. Apparently, McLaren has won, and it's only McLarens in the world. They're all McLarens. McLaren is the only, in 2072, McLaren is the only car. Lando Norris will be an old man, and he'll be the spokesman for McLaren. Now, what this thing does is it's just creating a flat image that they're then mapping into a spherical space, which is it's still impressive, right? It's not nothing, but this thing from Google is actually generating 3D worlds that you can play. So let's see. Do they have a bigger video than just those shitty little ones? We can generate diverse trajectories from the same starting frame, which means it's possible to simulate counterfactual experiences for training agents. In each row, each video starts from the same frame but has different actions taken by the human. Yeah. So this creates a playable 3D world with playable 3D objects and water models and land models. It's crazy. Fucking bonkers. And did you know that it's got long horizon memory? And I know what you're asking. Hey, Kyle. Yeah. What's long horizon memory? It's when you've got a horizon that remembers, and for a long time. Hang on. It might not mean that. It's capable of remembering, parts of a world that are no longer in view. That makes sense. Okay, so things drop below the horizon, and when you bring them back up, one of the there's a Minecraft and a Doom game right now that are AI generated, so you can play these games without a game engine. They're being generated by AI on the fly, but they don't have long horizon memory. So you turn this way, and when you turn back, the scene's completely different. Which is kind of fun, but you know, it ain't a game. These things don't do that. So this is creating 3D worlds, text to 3D worlds. So if you combine what that Nvidia thing is showing with this, with just a little more imagination and some duct tape, we are not that far, maybe a year, from being able to speak a AAA, well, let's not call it a AAA game, a single A game into existence. A year out. Imagine what 3 years is going to be. You'll just be able to spin up a feature film of your liking. All right. Let's see. Kyle, are you going to talk about the ruling on the TikTok ban? Yes. An appeals court said, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, TikTok. Your appeal is denied. Take it to the Supreme Court. So, with the Supreme Court being as balanced as it is right now, it depends on, I would think, which rich person decides whether TikTok should live or die. I think it goes one of two directions. Some rich person says to someone in government, hey, I'd like to own that. And if you let me own that, everyone will be happy. And then that person will own it and it will live on. Or some rich person says to the powers that be, hey, I do not happen to be invested in that particular platform and I would like to see it go away. And then it will. So I'm quite cynical about this stuff. I don't worry about it because it is so beyond my control. I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all right. Okay, here's another request for the 19 people on YouTube right now. Are you a subscriber to my YouTube channel? If you're not, even if you can't stand me, would you please subscribe to it? I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and I ain't close. Thank you. And if anyone can head over there, who's not a subscriber, just head over there. If you're on TikTok, you can just go to my my name and click on the YouTube button. That'll take you there. If you're on X or LinkedIn, just head over to YouTube, Learning Lab -AI, and subscribe to it. That'd be swell. All right, fantastic. Let me drink a little Java here. What's this called? This is called the AI Learning Lab, and I'm called Kyle. What's what called? The game thing is called DeepMind Genie 2. The third world generator. The one that's been around for a while is Blockade Labs Skybox.blockadelabs.com or .ai, whatever it is. And then this one is Google DeepMind Genie 2. There's no, this is one of those, it'll be out sometime kind of announcements. Here, this is a cool. So you see the keys down below? So that's what someone's hitting on their keyboard to drive around this world. Johnsy subscribed and thumbs up. Thank you, Johnsy. Appreciate it. Oh, I already subscribed. Great. Beautiful. Perfect. Fantastic. Bob, tell him what he's won. Yeah, he hasn't won anything there, Kyle. This isn't a game show. Then why do we have a gold button, Bob?
You can make money with ChatGPT.
What else do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Anybody doing anything cool? I don't know. Love the canvas and chilling out in your lives. Nice. Subbed. Thank you, Oliver Carr. Oliver Carr subbed. Johnsy subbed. Y'all are swell. Look at this. Love the convos. I thought you said canvas. That's what happens. So here's the thing, Oliver Carr. When you get old, you might be old. I don't know. If you're old like me, the eyes, how do they say it technically? They just stop fucking working. Oh, man. Oh, Shipmas. Yes, I couldn't figure out. It was a little bit cut off on screen. I thought you said Shipmaster. And I'm like, what is Shipmaster? Is that some new maritime cargo simulator that's AI driven? Oh, you know what there is that's cool? Wait, oh, this is cool. Oh, I gotta do it on that tab. Oh shit, which tab was it? Hang on, people. All right, this tab. Let's go to x.com. We're gonna go search wind cargo ships AI robots. These things. So these things are mini wind-powered, solar-powered cargo ships that instead of having these big, massive cargo ships, that are subject to piracy and things like that, think of having like swarms of these smaller wind-powered things that just drive to any port you want them to. You just put shit on them. They don't use fuel. They just use the wind and robots and AI and GPS. I actually, a guy that was associated with this company posted about these things. I'm like, how the hell do you keep these things from just being stolen one after another? And he basically said, well, they're smaller, they're faster, so they're not as big a target, so they're not as desirable, but there will be like hundreds of them, so you can't get them all. And he said, there will be some deterrence on them. So I assume these things are going to be semi-weaponized. But this is cool. We're going to have oceans. We're going to have satellites everywhere in the sky, oceans full of robots, stores full of humanoid robots, highways full of car robots. Again, we're just going to sit back and fucking, I don't know what we're going to do. Apparently make money from playing guitar for one another. Oh, Lordy. All right. How will AI change the way we've always done things? Will it take the mindset of we've always done it that way? Will it make the mindset of we've always done it that way outdated? It's a cycle. We're at the very, very beginning. Here's why I do this, why I go live 5 nights a week. Let me go here. Every single time in human history that there's been a major technological breakthrough that has changed the world, every single time that technological breakthrough has been met with fear, resistance, violence, anger, and that's not the way we do things. Every single time. AI is no different. The difference with AI, I think, is that every technology up to this point has effectively taken what we do and just made it more efficient, right? So it just made what we did faster and more efficient, right? So instead of plowing a field with a team of 8 horses and a wide plow, you now have a steam engine and a wider plow, right? And you put diesel fuel in that instead of grain, and they don't get sick, and right, and it changes the way you do things, but it's still doing what we used to do. To my knowledge, AI is the first thing. The G in GPT is quite significant because it stands for generative, right? Like right now, we are required to provide the impetus and the imperative for the AIs to do their things. That's not always going to be the case, right? Where it might be, I just have a goal, and my goal is I want to start an import-export business, and I really like Turkish brass fidget toys from Turkey. And I want to start an import-export business for brass fidget toys from Turkey. Right now, I would have to go do a bunch of shit, get permits and find suppliers and maybe fly to Turkey and meet people and negotiate prices and find a shipping company and cut a deal with a port. It would be all this shit I'd have to do. We are probably within 3 years, like we're going to see the beginnings of this in 2025 and potentially in the next 2 weeks during Shipmas. We're going to see agents, autonomous agents, where I could just say, hey, ChatGPT, listen, or Claude or Gemini, it doesn't, anyone, whatever one you're using, they're all going to do this. I would like to start a business. I'm an importer exporter and I love Turkish brass fidget toys. Could we make that a business? And ChatGPT, being the helpful assistant, will go, sure. And it will spin up a bunch of agents that go do all of those negotiations I just talked about autonomously without me participating. And it'll maybe even discover these little hyper efficient boats that can like come up the Mississippi. They don't just have to go to the major ports in Los Angeles and New York. They can come up to Mississippi and get really close to Denver and just get my shit to a warehouse in Denver or wherever. It doesn't fucking matter. It'll figure it out. So I think everything is going to change. And I think, yes, human beings will be like, well, this is the way we do things. You can't take away my livelihood. This is the way I've always done it. Well, shit's about to change. And the purpose of this channel is not to give you answers about how it's going to change. I don't have a fucking clue. Like I'm at the mercy of this as much as you are. But here's the thing. You're here on a Friday night listening to me wax poetic about AI. That means that you are significantly farther ahead than most of the world right now. Most of the world is ignorant to what's happening with AI, not playing with it, or actively resisting it. Yeah, I don't like it. It's the world's greatest plagiarism engine. Ugh. Guess what? It ain't going away, even if you hate it, even if you love the way things are now. Which, who really does? It's going to change everything. So my philosophy is, independent of my feeling about its ethics, its morals, is it big tech, is it open source? Independent of all that, it's not going away. And I personally want to know as much about it as possible. I want to be in it. I want to be touching it. I want to understand what it can do, what it can't do, when its capabilities exceed mine, which, by the way, my personal AGI moment, I had this epiphany today. We're talking about AGI. Is AGI coming? Is AGI coming? Because there's a big deal with OpenAI and Microsoft that if OpenAI hits AGI, artificial general intelligence, the deal is off with Microsoft for that new technology. I heard that they're potentially renegotiating that as we speak because they've probably hit it. Here's a thought I had today. What if AGI is not a single moment in time, but it's for every one of us personally? That AGI has been achieved by artificial intelligence in that moment that you personally realize AI has exceeded your cognitive ability. For me, it was O1 Preview. O1 Preview, this reasoning engine that has PhD level problem solving. All of a sudden, I'm like, I don't know what to ask it. Like, I don't know what to do with it. I don't have problems that complicated. Shit. Well, and so like one of my projects over the next 3 months is figure out how I learn to interact with a tool that is significantly beyond my intellectual capacity. Because I know there's a way to do it. It's going to help me figure that out. But like I have to give up that I'm in charge. That I've got, that I know what to do with it. I don't. So my personal AGI moment happened about 3 months ago when that came out. Phased AGI. Yeah, and I think it might be very personal for each of us. Side hustle meme on TikTok. It also results in a huge wealth explosion. It does. It's gonna generate massive amounts of prosperity. And the only thing that I don't understand, and this is something that actually, you know what? Maybe this is something we can have O1 help us figure out. Okay, so in theory, all right, hang on. I'm getting a little parched. In theory, you have this many people producing this much economy, right? It's been this sort of parallel things. You got people working, they produce shit, right? At this level. We're in a situation right now where as AI capabilities go up, the productivity remains at the same angle or increases while the demand for people to do it goes down, right? This has always been, technology has always said, we're going to make this more efficient, right? If it took us 10 humans and then we made a machine that did it, now it's just one human to run the machine. And now we don't even need a human to run the machine, right? So it's been more and more efficient. But those efficiencies are about to get much more dramatic, where productivity goes way up, demand for people to produce that productivity goes way down, massive wealth increase. The thing I don't understand, I still don't understand, and maybe we can have this help, is in a capitalist society like America is, why would anyone at the top have that additional wealth be distributed? Right? So I don't know. All right. Steve-O said he was passed by at 3.5. Well, listen, I don't disagree with you, Steve-O. Like, I think that the fact that ChatGPT 3.5 could do things like, just write a Shakespearean style, passage of text instantly is already past a lot of my capabilities, right? Yeah, so like I don't disagree, but O1 was the first one where I was truly like, I don't even know what to do with this thing. So, all right, what else we got here? Mindset starts with Google versus GPT searches. Yeah, absolutely. If you think that AI is like a fancy Google search, it ain't. It's bigger than that. Grok 2 now has a free tier. Yep. So that's actually quite important. Because I think what that means, Danielle, is that Grok 3 is coming. So you got Sam Altman trying to take up all of the PR oxygen leading up to Christmas for OpenAI. So he did the last 2 days of shipments. We'll talk about that today in a bit. And for the next 2 weeks, there's going to be an OpenAI announcement every day for the next 2 weeks. Elon Musk can't be happy about that. Mark Zuckerberg today announced Llama 3.3. So that's out now. Everyone's going to try to take OpenAI's thunder. The saving grace is that OpenAI's production values for these daily things are so laughably bad that, I think stealing their thunder ain't going to be that hard. They're so bad. The one today was just like, you can't afford 4 microphones. You can't afford 4 lavalier microphones. Is everyone literally talking off one microphone on a laptop that's not close to them? Is that what's going on? The answer is yes, that's what was going on. John Z, can't wait to start paying a premium for human interaction. So John Z, I think you're onto something. This is my deep instinct is that one of the incredible benefits that AI is going to give to us is it's going to make the value of human interaction way more valuable. Way more valuable. Because the robots are going to do all this shit down here, and then we're going to be like, well, what are we supposed to do? Like, if our current self-worth is based on being the cog in the wheel, producing the economy, and all of a sudden the economy just starts getting produced without us, what do? Well, I think one thing we do is like, hey, I can make shadow puppets, and someone else is like, that's really cool. What if I gave you like a really powerful light and a big stage? Could I bring some friends and watch you do that? Yeah, it'll be $1,000. Okay, great, let's do that. I don't know. Again, I think revenge of the liberal arts majors. I think artists and creatives and empaths are going to be doing really well in this new economy. It's fascinating. Really interesting thing. Mindset starts with Google versus ChatGPT. What's that? Let's see. What do you think will be the other 10 shipments OpenAI days? Well, I think some of the biggies are going to be Sora. So I think we'll get their video model, which I think is going to be a grave disappointment because there are now, I've lost count. There are at least 2 or 3 open source video models and 7 or 8, subscription services that are like almost Sora quality video. And so if Sora didn't improve from what they showed us last March, I think people would be like, cool. And if they throw Sora into the $200 a month subscription that you can only play with Sora if you're paying $200 a month, I think it's kind of dead in the water. So I think there'll be Sora. I think we're going to get one of the biggies is going to be advanced voice with vision. And so what that'll mean is, here's my little rabbit R1. What that means is you'll be able to point your camera at the world and talk to it, and it will understand what it's seeing. So I think that's coming. I think potentially agents, their operators are coming. I think potentially Orion, which is maybe GPT-5, we don't know, potentially that. There's probably lots of little things like O1, it now has the, if I go to ChatGPT, If I go to O1 right now, it's got this little attached files. The only thing this recognizes right now is images. It doesn't recognize CSV files, and it's not connected to the internet. So I think some of the small things that they might announce is that, like, they'll turn on internet access for O1, or they'll turn on code interpreter for O1, which all of these things are going to add up. But I think that, so there's going to be, Altman called them, there's going to be stocking stuffer days, and then there's going to be big prize days. So I don't know. Those are some of the things I think it might be. All right, TikTok pin. 12 days of what the fuck, exactly. And like the one they said today, I made this prediction yesterday. I made this prediction yesterday, which they're calling it 12 days of shipness, which implies that they're going to actually ship things on 12 days. The thing they announced today, which is actually pretty cool, is coming in January. So it's not a shipment, it's a announcement. So it's announcements. Today was announcements, not shipments. Son of a bitches. The thing that they announced today, I got a bit of water because I got coffee here and I'm getting all dehydrated. Let me do that and I'll talk about what they shipped today. Yeah, they shipped information today. That's true. They did ship information, Vicky. All right. Okay. So what they announced today was, what do they call it? Reinforcement fine-tuning. So what they've effectively done, so this is primarily for developers, but what you can do with this thing they announced today is in the OpenAI playground, the place where developers go, you can, with as few as like 12 examples of data of a training set, you can take an O1 mini model and have it kind of train itself on your training set and make a custom AI model about your data. So the example they showed was identifying what gene must have mutated based on these symptoms. And they could just train it up. They used an example with 1,100 pieces of data in it, but you can do it with as few as a dozen. And it's simple enough that if you can build a custom GPT, like, it's in that level of simpleness. You don't have to be super, super technical to be able to do it. And I think that could be really fascinating if you're allowing, let's say you go from, in today's world, let's say there's 1 million developers that can fine-tune large language models. And by simplifying it and kind of democratizing, creating a tool that makes it really easy to do that in an effective way, you go from 1 million people that can fine-tune models to 10 million or 100 million. All of a sudden, we're going to have all sorts of specialty models that are going to be really incredible. So that's what they announced today. It's pretty cool. TikTok pin. I don't see a TikTok pin. So if someone wants to pin, Source Camp. Should we review OpenAI's video from a few months ago discussing all these GIFs? I don't know where it is, Source Camp. If we can find the video, I'm happy to look at it. That was the one. Was that the one that Mira Murati was in the conversation? And they talked about all the shit that was coming. I think that's what it was. I don't remember where that video was. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole trying to find it. K9 Sports Handler. What still blows my mind is I'm sitting here on a Friday night running AI for fun. Okay, so that's a huge, huge deal and huge point. And it's also the other purpose of these TikToks is not really for me to teach anything, but for all of us collectively to just be kind of dicking around with AI. Like while I'm chatting, like take it in as osmosis and just be playing, right? And so that's what you're doing. That's fucking awesome. And I'm getting weeks of work done. Yeah. So right now, I just finished writing a musical that I'm going to try to get produced on Broadway. Now, I've worked on that on weekends for maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours a weekend over the past 6 months with a writing partner, using Suno to create the songs and ChatGPT to help with the writing, but Andrew and I did the writing. Andrew did most of the actual detailed writing, the final writing. I've completely added a whole new product line to my company's feature set to our platform. I'm learning stuff in here. I'm making movies. I'm making songs. I'm putting out things that, like today I put out a stupid video. You're going to see my stupid video from today. This was just a test. Like, I talk about playing with AI is the key right now. Just play with it, because in playing with it, you'll learn what's possible. So let me show you a play I did today. So if I go to x.com, I think, am I sharing just audio? I think I am. I'm gonna go to my little pony, or I can go here. Here we go. Really figure out. It's taking me years. Okay, sorry. This is very serious. It's taken me years to really figure out how to breathe. You know what I mean, man? Not breathe, but breathe. It's taken me years to really figure out how to breathe. You know what I mean, man? Not breathe, but breathe. A couple of things going on here. Yes, that is what my arms look like when I take off the masking t-shirt, I like to call it. That is definitely my body. And sure, my fingers are a little spindly, but don't look at those. And sure, I don't have a foot. It's taken me years to really figure out how to breathe. Sure, my foot bleeds into the carpet, but that's not important right now. But RunwayML, they have this thing called Act One, where you can record yourself saying shit, and it will take your voice and your face movements and map them to an image. Well, apparently today or yesterday, that you now have the ability to upload a video, like a video with movement, like me on a mountaintop. And me talking is Runway's Act One mapping an external recording of me talking to my face while this video is moving. It's taken me years to really figure out how to breathe. You know what I mean, man? Not breathe, but breathe. And what's amazing is this movement where it's zooming out and then it zooms back in. That frame right there is where the video ended. And so rather than just freezing the frame there, they just zoomed back in and kept mapping the face. It's taken me years to really figure out how to breathe. You know what I mean, man? Not breathe, but breathe. But I mean, like, that was not possible yesterday. That was not possible yesterday. The M&M cipher, the quantum cipher that I did 2 weeks ago, wasn't possible 3 weeks ago. We've got an announcement from OpenAI every weekday for the next 2 weeks. What's going to be in that? When Grok puts out Grok 3, what's going to be in that? What's in this Meta Llama 3.3? And when Zuckerberg talked about Llama 3.3 today, he said, the thing I'm really excited about is Llama 4, which is in the middle of training right now. What are these AI operators, these agents from OpenAI, are they going to be good? Like, if agents are as good, are as easy to make and as impactful as custom GPTs were, what I heard in my office hours talk today, Brent Peterson was talking about having some access to some new tech, and he basically said he feels that OpenAI is going to effectively sunset custom GPTs and replace them with autonomous agents. And what it probably looks like is autonomous agents will be as easy to program as a custom GPT, but they will be autonomous agents. They'll be agents that can go out and do things on your behalf. Like, that's going to be in the next month or two. But like, holy shit. So yeah, the fact that you're sitting here on a Friday night, dicking around with AI, getting weeks worth of work done, listening to me pontificate about whatever the fuck I'm talking about. Welcome to Chat ADD. Has he ever finished a sentence? He hasn't. So he's been talking for 2 years and never finished a sentence. That's fascinating. Wow. Is that like a Guinness record book? Is he in the Guinness Book of Records for that? It's because I don't follow what he says most of the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but and he has qualifications. He's got a degree in this. He doesn't. No, he's got a degree. He's an ex-actor. Oh, well, good for him. That bless his heart. Bless his heart. All right. It's like I found the way to communicate everything in my head. Yeah. So Canine Sports Handler. I don't. Have we met before? You new here? You're articulating a lot of like yes. What is AI? What AI is to me is it's fucking miraculous. Here's what AI is to me. I can get shit out of my head, and I can get it out of my head instantly. And for my entire life, like, one of the joys of having ADHD and one of the fucking shit shows of having ADHD is every 10 minutes is another 10 fucking ideas. It's just like, like this voice up here going, hey, what if you did this? What if you did that? Oh, somebody said this. You could tell them that if they did this and they did that, then they could do that. It's just never ending. It doesn't fucking end. And historically, if I wanted to get one of those ideas and pull it out of my fucking head, it either had to be a really compelling idea that wouldn't shut the fuck up, or it would just get absorbed into it. And then I would have to take weeks to sort of get that idea out. And what I can do with AI now is I can just like, get it out. Here's an idea. Put it in the world. Here's an idea. Put it in the world. Here's an idea. Put it in the world. It's fucking amazing. Yes, we met in here and on the salon. And yes, my entire life I've had so many ideas. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I couldn't speak to. Yeah, and now you can speak to it. Exactly. Silver Fox, exactly. Yeah, if you're new here, this is a neurospicy friendly channel. If you got a touch of the tism, if you got ADHD, if you're just fucking weird, what we like to say in here is we're not weird, we're irregular. So the people that show up here night after night after night are irregulars. So here's a fun thing if you want to do. So one fun thing you should do is keep coming back here weeknights, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. This is the shit I do. And just come out here and hang out. And what you'll find is that the people that hang out here regularly, the irregulars, are really cool. And we have a place to hang out when I'm not live. So if you go to thesalon.ai and click on join this community, join our community, it will take you it'll take you to this lovely destination. Welcome to the salon. So this is our community. It's built on Mighty Networks. Here's a little video of myself and Leah, who I created the salon with, talking. We talk about our philosophy for what's the journey to AI literacy. Play first, mindfully create, generously lead. There's a little 7-step, welcome process here where you can introduce yourself, which you should absolutely do. You can learn our values. And then if you scroll way toward the bottom of this list here on the left, there's this area called community clubs. And one of the clubs is called Irregulars. That's us. So if you come in here and hang out, Friday night date night. Look at that. Beautiful. Who did that? Jason? Jason. It's Friday night date night. You can come play and experiment. And if you've created some cool thing, rather than like sending it to your friends on Facebook that are like, yeah, hey, Johnny, maybe you could not send us that stupid fucking AI art anymore. We're kind of done with it. Like, maybe you could talk about something in your life other than AI, Johnny. Do you ever think about that? Do you ever, like, why do you never come out and hang out anymore? We're like at the bar having beers, and you're like, I gotta go do AI. It's stupid. This group doesn't think you're stupid. We think you're cool. We're like, yeah, Friday night date night graphic. Cool. Make more of that shit. And if you don't know how Jason did this, you can just go, hey, Jason, how'd you do that? Here's a little hearty heart. Comment, hey, Jason, how'd you do that? And what's amazing about this community, if you go to our values, is that universally, the people in this community are curious. They're playful. They have empathy. Like if you're scared, if you're like, oh shit, I'm kind of clueless and I'm a dum-dum about AI. I don't want to join a group. Everyone's an expert and I'm not. You won't feel that in this group. Because everyone, including myself, this community was started because I knew that I didn't know shit about AI. And so when you come in here and you're like, oh, I'm kind of a dum-dum about this, people are like, that's cool. Come on in. Go check out this. Go check out that. Here's how I did this. Here's how I did that. This is a group that is adventurous, that they're willing to take risks. They're willing to go, fuck it. I don't know anything. I've never predicted how a protein folds before, but I'm going to go try to cure cancer. Why not? It's a group that's generous. How did you make that image, Jason? Well, I went to this and I typed in this and I came. Let's take it here. It's a surprisingly rare set of values. These values are not values that we told people to act like this. We articulated these values when we sat down after a year and a half of this thing existing, and we said, what is it about the salon that we like? Like, what is it that's special that we can articulate so that if someone comes in here, we can say, this is the kind of people who are already in here. If you don't resonate with these values, and if you don't, that's cool. If you're like, I'm angry and fearful and I have no interest in exploring this, you're not going to like the people in here. But if you're kind of this kind of person already, this is who's in here. So anyway, so you should join the salon. All right. Good Lord, people. I don't even know. What is this from Ocean? May you please give us recipe to share AI with the folks that keep saying that's not the way we do it. It's been done this way for years. Suggestion or recipe or rules. First of all, Ocean, no need to apologize at all for asking questions. The whole point of this place is ask questions. You know, it's funny. I talked a little bit about this last night. This idea of generously leading, when I think about leadership, I think, oh, I should be in a leadership position and I should, learn things and then lead people down the path that I have discovered, right? That's like leadership as I traditionally think of it. One of the things that this community has taught me is that when you're willing to ask a question, what you do is you create space for someone else to step into it and lead. So never feel like you have to apologize for asking questions. The question of how do you talk to people about AI that may be resistant to it, maybe angry about it, as you said, are like, well, this is the way we've always done things. I don't have a great recipe, but what I can tell you what I know doesn't work. What doesn't work is you trying to tell them that they should try AI. It's like trying to tell a 7-year-old they should eat their peas. And be like, no, I don't want to eat my peas. I want ice cream. I want ice cream. The only way that I know to do it is to first listen to them. Go to the empathy piece. Understand what is it that you're resistant to with AI? What are you afraid of? What are you angry about? Just understand where they are and have empathy for that. And then if you know them well, offer them an opportunity to play, right? So get in a conversation with them where you're not like, I want to convert you to AI. Get in a conversation where you understand what they're afraid of and you understand what they're trying to do in their life. And, oh, if that's how you did things, can I show you something cool? Maybe you want to experiment with something right now? And then you pull up ChatGPT and you're just like, this might not work, but let's try something. And then you say, oh, you run a bar here. Kelly Camp did this once, Source Camp in here, where she was in a bar and the owner of the bar was like, AI, I don't know AI. What could I do with AI? I got a bar. And she goes, well, let's try something here. And I don't even know if she knew this would work. She took a picture of the bottles behind the bar and said to ChatGPT, make an inventory list of all of my bottles, and any bottle that's a third empty or, a third, 2/3 empty, put a mark beside them that we need to reorder that. And ChatGPT did it. And the guy's face melted off his skull right there on the bar. And then she had to ask ChatGPT, how do you clean up a face that fell on a bar? That didn't go as well. But like that was a moment where it was completely relevant to him. And she listened to him being frustrated with, I don't know, I'm a bartender. I don't got anything to do with AI. And she sat with that. She didn't say, well, you should, right? You can do that. But give people the opportunity to vent their frustration and their fear. Danielle, I always make an image right in front of them. I'll ask them about something they like. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. And boom. Yeah. Or make a song. The songs are amazing. People can't believe the songs do what they do. So you're with a bartender. I'm just gonna go write a song about a bar owner who can't understand this fancy new world of AI, and then has a customer show him how it can make his life better. We'll do Americana folk rock. Boom. So there's a Suno app, so you could just have this on your phone. And then as you're talking to someone, you could go, you want to try something? Hang on a second. You know, it would be cool. Wouldn't it be cool if we could make a song about how much you hate AI?
Old Jack at the bar wipes glass from the past with a rag stained with stories, hands rough and steadfast. Current runs through, but he don't understand. Chat about AI, it's an alien land. Seen decades go by, yet this talk's so strange. Machines thinking for us, ain't that a range?
You're like, yeah, I don't like that one. Let's get the other one.
Folks tap on screens just to pass the. Old Jack got the bar, wipes glass from the past with a rag stained with stories, hands rough and steadfast. Current runs through, but he don't understand the chatter about AI. It's an alien land.
All right, this is the one.
Old Jack at the bar.
But I mean, if anyone watching tonight, if you have not played with Suno, like what I just did, what did that take? 30 seconds. The reason you play with AI is that I think there's a couple of things. Here, let me show you another thing that'll blow your mind if you're kind of new to this stuff. App.deco here. .ai, yeah. So I'm going to go here to this thing called Explore. And you're like, okay, Kyle, what's that? I'm like, well, this little cascade of images that you're seeing here, you're like, okay, so there's a library of images here, and it's just displaying them one after the other. No. It is generating in real time while we're watching it. In fact, I can take this image. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I'm going to turn this into what they call a station. We have a new visitor that would benefit greatly from an explanation of what you're, I can't see the bottom of that, doing. So what I'm doing right now, I'm on this thing called Deco here. And I'm going to go get one that I made, saved. This is my favorite one, steampunk one. So I'm going to do something here. Oh, I see. Got it. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go over to the Irregulars channel on the AI Salon, which we just talked about. And I'm going to paste this into Irregulars right now and post it. You can't see it, but if you go to the Irregulars channel on the AI Salon and you click on the link that I just put in there for Deco here, we're going to both be looking at this same, what they call a station. So think of a station in Deco here, not like a radio station that plays songs, but it's like a radio station that plays images. It's generating these images, essentially an image a second, with no prompting. The reason that I'm showing this, I think one of the things that intimidates people about AI is that until about 2 or 3 years ago, if you wanted to be an AI, you really did have to be a mathematician. You really did benefit from going to MIT or having a Stanford level big brain. And so I think when people hear AI, they think movie AI, the robots are going to kill us. And they think like, I can't do that. And even recently, you hear people say things like, you got to become a prompt engineer. You got to learn prompt engineering. If you don't learn prompt engineering, you're going to be a loser in AI. Or not. Come to Deco here and just sit back, put your hands on your head, and watch art being made that you like. And any one of these, you can go, huh, that's cool. And I can save it. Or I could create a station from this. Zero prompting. Zero. You have to know it exists. How do you know it exists? You hang out at a place like this. You play. You go on X and you pay attention to people that are talking about AI. And when more than 4 people say the same thing is cool, and they're people that you trust, that thing is probably cool. I mean, look at that. Let's grab this. You want to see something fun? Well, yeah. Fine. Let me go to my library. Why was that not added to my library? I thought I added it to my library. Where is it? Did it not add it to my library? I told it to add it to my library. And then there it is. So we download that. And now we're going to go over to this thing called Luma Labs Dream Machine. Leonardo came out with something today that totally copied Deco here stations. Oh, that's fascinating. Fascinating. So I'm gonna upload the image that we just made in Deco here. Is this it? Yeah. And I'm gonna go, what is that thing? Merry go round rotates. I don't know, just that. And we'll say, as camera pulls out, go. And now that's gonna make that into a video. And then I could go over to Suno and I could say, make me a Calliope kind of song. In fact, let's go to Suno. I don't know how to spell Calliope, but we're going to make an instrumental. We're going to go steampunk Calliope. How do you spell?
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
It would be really nice if you'd share the right tab. Thanks.
Oh. Which tab am I sharing? Am I sharing nothing? Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. That was Brandon. Brandon has been writing nasty notes on Post-it notes that I've been missing. So he jumped in. Hi, Brandon. I don't know how to spell Calliope. Hang on a sec. Let me copy this and go to the tab that's being shared. That's really funny. Okay. So, oh, I see what happened. I was sharing the right tab, and then it opened the actual application in a different tab. Okay, fine. But thank you for that. Okay, steampunk Calliope. How do you spell Calliope? Anyone? Bueller? Vicky? Hang on, I can do it over here. Calope. C-A-L, no, I-O-P-E. Okay, Calliope, great. I already put in the comments, Kyle. I want a Kyle mic. I don't know what a Kyle mic means. All right, am I sharing the right tab now? Yes. All right, here, Calliope. Not quite. Let's see. Steampunk, playful. Create. Oh, it's not the right tab. Oh, it's okay. Okay. Now I'm annoyed. Hang on. This is so frustrating. Is this the one? Yes. It's fine. That's enough what we wanted. Okay, so can we download this yet? I don't think so. No, it's still generating. Okay. So let's go back to Luma Labs. All right, that jumped us to a new thing. So I got to unshare this. Oh, this is so frustrating. Okay. So now hopefully we got a video of this thing. Look at that. Look how cool that is. All right. So we went from no prompt. We went to this tool that just rained images. And by clicking on an image we liked, we could make other images. And then we picked one to save. And then we took that, we brought it into this thing and said, make it into a movie. Must install shock collar. Listen, they don't call this Chat ADD for nothing. I'm late. Is this music generation? This is video generation, but we can extend the video. Let's extend it because it's really pretty. So let me hide that. We'll extend this. Merry go round rotates playfully as camera pulls out. So extend that. So it's going to make us a new movie. All right. And then let's go grab our Suno. I think I'm still in here. All right. So we're going to download this. And then I think what I'll do is I'll share my whole screen. Okay. Then we're going to go iMovie. And there's probably about 40 ways to do what I'm about to do that are better than this. I'm drifting. That's the best comment I've gotten all night. You're making me sleepy, man. Listen, some people might be getting something out of this, but you know what I'm getting out of this? A nap. It's fantastic. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, downloads. Let's grab our, we don't have our movie, but we have our, there we go. There's our little song. So we're going to drop our song in there. Bang. And then let's go back to our little tab. Go. So this is now a 9-second video. Oh, and it's outside. Love it. So let's grab this bad boy. Download. Then we'll go over here. And we'll grab it and drop that in here. And then we'll drop this down here. Boom. Then we'll drop this down here. Boom. Slide it over. And then we'll go, make it smaller because it's way too long. So we'll go, And then we'll make this bigger so we can sort of see what we need to see. And then we'll grab this little thing and do a little, And then we'll grab a transition. Fade to black. We'll throw that at the beginning. We'll throw that at the end. And then we'll go, Whoop, wrong one. Go, okay. And then we'll go, And we'll go, And we'll go, All right, beautiful. And you know what? Let's get rid of the fade to blacks because it'll loop nice. All right, and we could like flip it and loop it and do fancy shit, but fuck that. We went from, because we played, because we're curious, because we're adventurous, because we learned just enough of applications to be able to do this. I don't know iMovie at all. I hate video editing so much that I founded a company to automate video editing called Storyvine. Been doing it for 13 years. That's how much I hate video editing. Because I got ADD. It drives me fucking crazy. So I learned just enough. And so we're going to share this. We're going to download a file. We're going to get it. We're going to call this Merry Go Punk. Where's my desktop? Let's see. Dropbox. Where's desktop? I am confused. That's bizarre. I'll put it in downloads, whatever. Okay, so now we're going to go over to X. And we're going to go on my AI Learning Lab live tonight. I made the Merry Go Punk. And then we should probably put in some hashtags, but I suck at that. Who should I tag? Oh yeah, tag Luma Labs. I'll tag Luma Labs. I'll tag Kiri, who put me in the creator program there. I'll tag Suno because it's their damn music, and I'll tag Deco here, which I don't think Deco here has a. Yeah, they do. Fuck yeah, they do. Tag all them. And then I'm going to stop sharing. I want you to hear this because we made this together. Stop sharing that. Start sharing this. All right. And then I'm going to put our cute little movie in there. Merry Go Punk. Beautiful. Black tab. Spelling. On my AI Learning Lab, LAN tonight. It's a LAN party. I made the Merry Go Punk. Beautiful. 720p recommended, 27% uploaded. Now we got to wait for my fucking bandwidth. Thanks, Comcast. You suck. I'm a Gen X influencer. I'm here from Comcast. This is Xfinity Internet at its finest. Well, finest for Comcast, that is. You can make money with ChatGPT. Get Xfinity today. All right, now I can post. La da 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 da. Okay, now, how does this work? How many people are here? I've got 51 people on TikTok, 69 people on YouTube and other channels. Go to X, find @KyleShannon, find my merry-go-punk, and share it with tell the world what you learned here tonight. I watched this thing with this guy that seemed a little unbalanced. He made this. It's easy. Okay? All right. I'm going to get out of here. Did y'all have fun tonight? It was Friday night, date night. Listen, I know you could have been on a date. I know you could have been out finding love. Maybe you're married and the love is in the closet or, wherever it is. Maybe you're not married, but you're here. We did this. We hung out together. I think if I had one of those, I would be more unbalanced than I already am. Fun it was. That thing does kind of look like Yoda, doesn't it? Weird Mary from Merry-Go-Punk, exactly. Tell the boys to get off Call of Duty. Yeah, exactly. Sons of bitches. Oh, man. Where are you doing this? Where am I doing what? I'm doing this in the AI Learning Lab. This is the AI Learning Lab. Don't go, I'm almost asleep. Winston, it was fun. Beautiful. All right, everyone. Okay, so it's Friday night. If you want some weekend homework with AI, I think it would be this. I think it would be just do something that gives you joy with AI. Just play with something that is fun. Like go make images or pictures or poems or a recipe. Like have ChatGPT invent a recipe out of some weird ingredients and see how bad it sucks. Like just dare to have some joy with it. Like don't put any pressure on yourself to have to do good. Right? Like, is that merry-go-punk perfect? No. Does it matter? No. Did I learn something? Probably. I don't know. But I can promise you this. 2 months from now, something will come up and merry-go-punk will pop in my head and I'll go, oh, I know how to do this. So just go play. Just go play this weekend. Make something for your kids. Make something. Think of the person in your life that hates AI the most and just do something special for them. Make them an advent calendar. Make them a poster. You didn't learn how to spell calliope. I did not. I failed miserably. It's 2 L's. Well, there you go. All right. I'm going to go look at the irregulars before I go. Am I sharing everything? I'm not. So I have to do it in this tab. AI Salon. Irregulars. Nothing new in irregulars. But thank you, irregulars, for hanging out. So everyone here that hangs out, if you don't hang out here regularly, I will be back here Monday. Hang on. I got to check my schedule, actually. I got to see if Shipmas is, if I've got a meeting in the way of it. No, I don't. Okay. So I'm just going to put Shipmas, save Tuesday. Oh boy, Tuesday. What a fucking mess Tuesday is. I won't be doing it Tuesday. Wednesday, I'll do it. Thursday, I'll do it. Friday, I'll do it. Okay. So on TikTok, AI Learning Lab, at AI Learning Lab on TikTok, on Monday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Pacific, OpenAI is going to do their third day of 12 days of Shipmas. And so we'll do that live. And then I'll see you back here on all these channels at 8 p.m. On TikTok, by the way, we're a little bit shy of 25,000 likes. So if you want to get tapping, that would be swell. I don't think it does anything for any of us other than give you carpal tunnel, but that gives me a certain kind of joy, especially if you have your grandkids do it. But Grandpa, I don't want to tap. Keep tapping, Sally. Kyle needs likes. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but it does. I think it was Steve-O that started the tradition. He's down in Australia, sitting in his lawn chair, drinking a Mai Tai at like 11 o'clock in the morning with an AI lawnmower mowing his lawn. And he's like, I got my granddaughter tapping the screen. I keep hearing 12 days of Shipmas. That's true. Well, if they don't deliver some good stuff, although, you know, the thing they announced today is actually pretty slick, but today was announcements. It wasn't Shipmas. Anyway, all right. Well, I hope you had a fun Friday night date night. We got some stuff done. We generated a merry-go-punk. And I don't know, waxed poetic about AI. But yeah, it was a good night. So thank you all for hanging out, and for those that ask really good questions. Again, please don't ever feel like asking questions in here is too much. That's why we're here. So yeah. All right. Shipmas is about right. All right. Thanks, Kyle. Good sharing. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tobias. Good to see you. Tams, have a great weekend. That dude. Winston Hardy, great to see you. Brandon, thank you. Mods, thank you. Irregulars, thanks so much. Yeah, have a fantastic weekend, everyone. And I am going to start winding down the streams. Peace out, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. All right.